I'm Michele Scott, author of the Wine Lovers Mystery Series, the Michele Bancroft Mystery Series, and my new book, Happy Hour. I always knew I wanted to be a writer. From the time I was 9 years old, I would write stories on my dad's yellow legal pads, and one day I wrote a short story and I gave it to him and he read it and he looked at me and said, "You're a writer," and that just stuck with me. I always knew I wanted to do this. I love creating stories. It's my passion. I love it. Inspiration comes from all over for me. I'm inspired by my family, my friends, especially my kids. Lots of people inspire me. The horse Zenyatta inspires me. Anything with heart and soul and makes me want to push forward, especially when I'm feeling a little low. Actually, my father really inspires me. He's a very tenacious person and he's taught me the stick-to-itiveness that a writer needs to have. Really, anybody who is living out their dream needs to have. So I would say, if it came down to it, my dad's probably my biggest inspiration. I write pretty much anywhere, but my favorite place to write is at my kitchen table. I can look right outside and see the mountains out there that I love, and got my dogs around me and my cat, and my horses are out there, my kids. So I love to sit at my kitchen table, be able to look up from my computer and look outside. That's definitely my favorite place. I would say that most of the characters in my books are family-oriented. Nikki's not connected to her family in her stories, but Michele Bancroft is very family-oriented. My latest book, Happy Hour, is all about family and friendships and faith and getting through the hard times with laughter, through tears, whatever it takes. It's real life stuff. So yeah, family is important with my characters. When I write, I pull a lot of stuff from my past. I've lived a pretty full life already, and there's been a lot of experiences, whether up or down, that I pull from, and I tap into that. And I think it's really important that writers tap into that. If they're trying to get across three-dimensional characters, you need to excavate that from yourself to get it out on the paper. And sometimes that's not easy, but really, to be a good writer, I think that is what has to be done. You know, when I started out, I really did try to emulate a variety of writers, particularly thriller writers. That was the direction I thought I wanted to go in. So I worked very hard to emulate, say, James Patterson and Dean Koontz, Stephen King in the horror area, that kind of stuff. And it wasn't really working for me. And what I found, that I hadn't found my true voice as a writer, and that took several years to really connect with that. And it was when I started writing Nikki Sands that my voice connected to the writing and really established my own tone as a writer. And I found out that I could use my humor in my stories, which I actually didn't know I was funny until Murder Uncorked, which was my debut novel, was nominated as Best Comedic Debut Mystery. I'm not sure if my kids think I'm funny, but at least somebody does. So, you know, as far as emulating any authors today, I really tap into my own voice. I would like people to remember that I'm a fun person. I really believe in what I do as a writer. I want to help writers. I want people to remember that Michele was willing to give me a hand when I needed one, because I think that's important in whatever we do in this life. I actually created a writing program for kids, anywhere from little kids on up through teenage years. So I've gone into the classroom and worked with kids, whether we write short stories together or we picture board with the youngsters, on into writing novellas with older kids. And I've worked with kids all the way from September till the end of the school year, particularly in the 7th and 8th grades. I find that kids are really great to work with. They still are able to really tap into their imagination. They're so open to taking suggestions without feeling criticized, and I love to work with kids and see that imagination come out of them. I have a lot of hopes and dreams for my writing. I want to see the Nikki Sands series grow. I want to continue writing more women's fiction. I even do some thrillers. Love to see something up on the screen. I think that would be a lot of fun. That's an eventual goal that I have. So basically, I just want to keep writing. I love to write every day, and I'm not stuck in any particular genre or boxed in. I just write what I want to write at any given time.